nice cases which will allow you to understand how it works and the treatment plans, because the emotional clarity leads to healthier living. Homeopathy believes in psycho-neuroendocrinal and hormonal and immunity balance. Okay? And this balance controls physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual aspects. Honeyman has suggested that all homeopaths have to be unprejudiced observer. And this becomes, this is so much designed in such a way that it is an unprejudiced observation which gives you a clear picture. Now we'll take up the first case. A leading CFO of one of the leading brewery, he comes to me for the treatment. And what he says, I have no stress. I'm absolutely happy. I've been working for an organization for 20 years. We subject him to the taste, and you can see that his fear level, which is in the black color, is very, very high. So we know what is the point of entry. So we investigate that, and to our surprise, we find, and then he confesses that 18 years out of 20 years, he has been under stress. He was a gold medalist in finance. He had done MBA with finance. Still, he said, 18 years I have been insecure about me. And that gave us a point of entry for understanding a case. Another case where we treated the patient, we have hundreds of such cases. So we treated the patient, and you can see with the treatment, with the right medicine, the calmness has gone up. The anger, the stress, you can see the arrows which goes up. The fear, anger, and stress has gone down. That means you are sure your medicine is right. And there was another case which we improved with the medicine. And when we took the case, there were two things which were very, very important. In the entire case, the passion and engagement was very high. You can see how high is the engagement and how passionate. He was so passionate, just like me. And you can see here, his stress level was 0. So you can understand this is a perfect person for any of the CEO businesses. And you can see there is a leading mobile company CEO was interviewed. And you can see there were only two major lines, the emotion and engagement. So this gives us, and the patient was prescribed lycopodium with a big change. And there was a beautiful case of schizophrenia. The child was saying, my mother is a witch and I want to kill her. And he would get all the delusions, hallucinations, and fear. And you can see that very easily, very clearly visible. This was a case of schizophrenia in which Calcarea was prescribed. The patient had come from US, and then after 2 weeks, we interviewed the patient, and what patient said, those ghosts have gone to now Mexico, because he was from California, have gone to Mexico. Now this is what is, sorry, are you in Mexico or India? Okay. And so those who are interested, then come forward, we'll help you. The second aspect is AI-based. 1 minute, no pain, complete insight, which is totally non-invasive, which is a needle-free, which has been tested on 6 lakhs individuals, and it gives you instantly, clinically reliable insight into 25 health parameters. And these are the 25 different parameters which shows you about the digital health scores, vitality, oxygen saturation, blood pressure, etc., cardiac functions, BMI, HbA1c, and the stress-related issues. So in 1 minute, it can read your 25 parameters and gives you the solution. So you don't have to, and this is US FDA and DCGI approved. There's no lab no long queues, immediate report, predictive health alerts, and works from phone. You know, there was a beautiful case where the father come with a son and his HbA1c was 9.5. Father said, it cannot happen. He said, you are all cheaters. You know, that is how today people talk. Then he got the test done, and the child was having juvenile diabetes. Now, this is what it will help. If we could save one life also, it was worth it. Okay? It's health intelligence, which is fast, accurate, and effortless. So always, friends, think big, think different, and think ahead of time. I'll just share few new cases, few good cases which are evidence-based. There was a lawyer which came with loss of hearing. She could not hear from the right ear. And you know, a lawyer who cannot hear will have to leave the practice. She was a leading lawyer, so she sent her reports to US, Canada, UK, everywhere. And everybody said nothing can be done. You'll have to live with it. The audiogram shows that right ear sensory neural loss. And we treated the patient with a remedy lycopodium. And here you can see the patient recovered by 3 months, and all the report findings were normal hearing. So friends, unless we talk about cases, I don't think so homeopathy is complete. Another case, very interesting case of multinational company. The lady was brought with a huge cyst, ovarian cyst of 12 by 15 centimeter. The case was taken. She wanted to have a second child. She could not conceive. All the doctors said that the ovary will have to be removed. The patient was put on Aurimune netronatum 6C repeatedly. The sonologist of Bombay Hospital examined her and said that this is very difficult. Within 2 months, it became half, 7 by 8 centimeter. In 6 months, cyst completely disappeared, and the patient conceived the second child. Another case, a case of neurofibromata, which is very difficult to manage. You must be seeing at the traffic signal. This lady was brought to me in Nagpur. She was working as a stone breaking worker, and the husband said that she's a witch. I want to divorce her or kill her. And this was a big problem to her. She could not give much symptom because she was hardly educated. What she said was very interesting, that I have burning. And based on that, the patient was prescribed sulfur 0/3. The patient recovered completely, and the new growth stopped, and a complete recovery. Another case of esophageal stricture. A French teacher was brought with a major problem. She could not even swallow the water, and she had the wick-like stricture, which was very clearly visible. You can see this, a complete wick-like stricture where the barium swallow and follow through could not show anything. We treated her. She was given Illumina 30. She was a Muslim patient who used to cook everything in Illumina based on the causative factor. The patient was given Illumina, and you can see the impact. Nothing else was given, and all the expressions came back on the skin. The patient recovered with a normal esophagus. Then we had a very interesting case of renal failure with a schizophrenia. Beautiful, slim, navy queen, absolutely perfect looking lady was brought. She had hypertension and renal failure at the age of 18. She was advised to go for kidney transplant. She was so possessive about the boyfriend कि अगर बॉयफ्रेंड ने दूसरी तरफ देखा तो उसको नाखून डाल देती थी. And she was sexually very active at this stage. Mother said very interesting story that she is even sexually attracted towards the girls. Based on that, and you can see the report, right kidney complete atrophy with a blockage and non-functional, left kidney is functioning only 80%. The patient, based on this, was given Platina, and you can see right kidney normal, left kidney normal. And friends, these are the cases. Another case of carcinoma, completely recovered. You can see Tata Memorial report where the obstruction has gone completely. And this is the last case. A boy was brought, a Cornelia de Lange syndrome, which children survive only for 3.5 to 4 years. The patient was looking like a baby monkey. Absolutely, you can see the hair which is grown on this. And we started the treatment, and you can see before and after, the child grows so well, and because of excessive growth of hair, retardation, and damaged genetic level, the patient was prescribed medorinum repeatedly, and the patient recovered completely. The patient is 21 years old, plays Casio, understands the language, 3 language commands. So such evidence only is possible with homeopathy. So today people do not want change, they want transformation. And this transformation is possible only with homeopathy when it is assisted by the technology. So let's transform together. And we have to focus on online clinic. My 80 to 90% patients have now been online. Friends, younger generation don't need to invest lakhs of rupees on the space. They can start treating the patients online. So from local to global it's time to say bye-bye worry, bye-bye anxiety, bye-bye complications, bye-bye side effects, bye-bye temporary fixes, bye-bye chemicals, bye-bye disease. And as a part of celebration, 108 people, I want to give their birthday note, lucky ones, either of the homeopath you love, or homeopath you care about, or your family member. Visit number 13th stall, go for a lucky dip. I want to thank the organizer. I know you are standing behind me. I did not, I ignored you. Thank you very much. Love you all, and my pranam. Let's meet again whenever the nature permits.
Thank you so much, sir, for this futuristic insight on homeopathy. For the next talk, may I now request Dr. Ajit Kulkarni, sir, to share his insights on the observational skills and clinician's compass in remedy selection. Sir, you are welcomed on the stage.
He's tripping me.
Sir? Yes. This is the button. Okay. Sir.
This one.
Yes.
To
Sir, you
go
will
ahead.
have 10 minutes to sum up. Okay.
This is for
Only
forwarding.
press that on that side.
It is not working. हाँ यही कुछ नहीं हो रहा, कुछ नहीं हो रहा.
इधर से कर दीजिए.
ये लगा.
दीजिए इधर से देख लीजिए.
ये है ना.
आगे जाएगा नहीं. इधर से कर दीजिए. ठीक है, इधर आप देख दीजिए.
Our body is an ambassador of the self. According to research, 65% information which we receive is through the body language, 35% through the verbal language. Can we keep homeopathy only under 35% of the communication is a very serious question. The holistic human medicine with concept of totality. We cannot restrict homeopathy within the compass of only words and words and words. Because words have incompleteness. Because words are manipulative. Because each word has many meanings. The way in which the word or sentence has been told to you has multiple meanings. Hence, if the words are being combined with body language, it becomes a redefined totality. It becomes a concept where we are trying to understand now a human being in toto, giving importance to the mind as the body language represents the mind. And body language also represents the clinical entity as well as the body. Because the body language is the synthesis of the mind and body together. And this is the very basis of the concept of the totality in homeopathy. So we have verbal language, exchange of words, non-verbal, these are the basic elements. Gestures, where we are moving. Posture is a still, I am in the still one. Then come facial expression, on which my friend Jawahar Shah talk, how AI is giving you, how our patient draws his emotions on the canvas of the face. And remember, every emotion can be mirrored on the facial expressions. Then comes eye contact, voice, the way in which I talk, space and distancing, and tactile communication. Yes, I will not go with this one. Up position and the down position. Have you found in many of these patients?
I can't hear, that is the problem.
Many of the patients are in up position throughout the interview. You are taking an interview for an hour. Have you observed that some patients are going up? Some patients are going up. Yes, I remember I had jaundice 8 years ago. Do you think this is necessary that the patient should tell you this one? Some patients have this one, they sit like this. Some patients give you the finger pointer. This is called as a power pointer. So we have a power play being expressed by our patient many times during an interview. What exactly is the meaning of this? Actually, body language represents your inner reality, your inner personality. This is the main reason why the body expresses the emotions, the setup, the personality in its unique way. Therefore, up position is very common. When a child is very happy, starts jumping up and up. We make our size much bigger horizontally and vertically. This is the up position. Now let us go to the second position, which is the down position. Submissiveness, yielding, inferiority complex, depression, withdrawal of ambragresia, the depression of aurum metallicum, natrium muriaticum with disappointment in love, so the body becomes small. I had a patient from Bulgaria where the patient was sitting like this. Can you see sitting like this? What is the meaning of this? Why the body became small? Have you found some patients of shyness? Not only that, with guilt complex, they are unable to look at you. Eye-to-eye contact is very poor. They are not autistic, but they have huge problems of the inner mind which reflects at the level of facial expression, eye expression. So two basic modes of behavior, up and down. Then comes the basic modes, open, close, back and forward. And between them you are able to see responsive between open and forward. Do you know those physicians who are able to keep responsive body gesture are very successful. They become very rich. They gain a lot of money. So this is a commercial tip today for everyone to follow the responsive mode. What is this responsive mode? You respond quickly. There is acceptance of what the patient tells you. You are ready to agree, ready to ask questions, and you have an active listening skill. In active listening skill, two things are very important. For example, I am looking at doctor and I am nodding the head and the patient is talking with me. This is a very active listening skill of nodding the head, then looking at the patient. So when I look at the patient, two active skills facilitated the interview. And remember, listening is more important than talking. Listening is fundamental in communication. So we have the responsive mode. Then comes a reflective mode. It is between open and back. For example, I am listening like this one. You see now, our Samir is sitting like this. Why? Why I am sitting like this? There are some people who will go on doing this one. They have a beard and they will talk like this one. Yes, I have to think over this. This thinking, going within, and then answering, this is reflective. In the reflection, you will find there is a openness and backness in between. Those physicians who keep responsive and reflective mode of behavior, not only in the interview, but in entire communication in their life, are more successful. Very simple. The third one is the fugitive between back and close. This is a process of withdrawal, boredomness, defensiveness, rejection, let me go. Oh, you are asking so many questions, intolerable to me. So there is a kind of a fugitiveness. Caliphosphoricum, Baryta in general, Amraglycia, Thallium metallicum. So host of remedies do have inherent DNA of fugitive type of behavior. Then comes the last one, combative, between forward and close. These are the people who stop you, they interrupt you, they say, listen to me, don't talk. They are aggressive people, combative, stramonium, chamomilla, lachesis, venoms in general. So these are the people who you will find are combative. So it is possible that these basic modules of the human behavior could be understood in a far better way and could be integrated with homeopathy, so that we are not lost in the 70,000 body gestures. Just like miasms, under 4 miasmatic cleavage, we are able to categorize all disease conditions. In the same way, with these 8 chart of the body language modules, it is possible that you understand in a far better way how the patient could be categorized. And this is one of the best contributions from my side, because you see, we have blood pressure and pulse as vital parameters of hemodynamic condition. What is there for a homeopath? These 8 ones, these 4 ones. Forget the back and these are very common. Responsive, reflective, fugitive, and combative give you energy parameter. If your patient is using excessive hand and going up, you understand that this is a miasmatic energy much more than the fugitive one. So you get the parameter of energy, the way in which the patient talks, whether it is loudly, whether it is rapidly, whether it is a rambling talk of lachesis. So what you define? You define the energy. When Jawahar Shah is expressing you the micro changes that occur, and AI can understand this, we define the energy pattern at the micro level. And body language is nothing but micro dancing. It's a kind of a, you see, choreography which your patient expresses every second. If we are able to understand this very well, then you need not go into a very deep process of understanding the body language. Because to understand body language is understanding our body's language in a very deeper way. Of course, this is very important, but this classification will help you a lot. Okay, so I have already dealt with all these aspects. Yes, body language of the responsive mode, leaning forward. Very simple, no? If the patient is giving you very sensitive information, you just lean forward. So patient and your distance is less. You become more receptive to understand the patient. Repeated glances, warm, relaxed smile, and a lot of things. The reflective mode, you will find what is the body language of the reflective mode. This is more like a psychotic miasm. Gazing steadily at an object, tilting or cocking of the head, resting the chin on the hands, furrowing the eyebrows, leaning back in the chair. Then the fugitive mode, you will always find This one between back and close is melancholic depressed people, and the miasm is usually deeper psychotic pathological miasm. Then yawning. You know, yawning is nothing but you will find silent shouting, and it is related to anxiety and boredomness. So low tone of voice, glancing at watch or other object, downcast eyes. So this is all about this. Then the combative mode, exaggerated responses, usually related to hatredness, antipathy, anger. So you just keep some negative emotion, then you try to express it out during the interview. Combative mode, you will find usually tubercular and syphilitic miasm. Then the usual combative mode is crawling, clenched fist, hands on the hips, knuckle grinder, handshake, tightly closed lips, rapid and loud speech. So if you keep in mind all these body language gestures, categorization at a deep level of groupism, and every body language could be categorized very well. So your work will be very less